traders, this is Day Trader Matt with businesswithtrading.com doing an E-mini trading room recap for the 16th of May, Thursday. And today we basically opened up in line, a little bit of a chop, move higher, move lower, and then a very choppy move higher from there. Today we took 4 trades and we were 50-50 on our success to unsuccess, and we gave 6.5 points back to the market today. And our trades went as follows. Our first trade was after all of this mess, right around here we did grab a short, wrote that down a little bit, and then got break even on the remainder, after, which was actually over here. After that, over here we took another short, but we took it a little bit lower. The market did come up, come down, kind of chopped around a little, and then it did come up and stop us out from there. Chopped around a little bit, and then over here in this region here we got long, looking at a breakout, and then the market did come back down and stop us from there. And then shortly afterwards we did grab a small long and took some quick profits in that. That made us 2 for 2 on the day, and down 6.5 points. And sometimes your days go like that. We lost money in trading the ES. We made a little bit of money in the options pit. And sometimes days go like that. And that's exactly what happened. And really, I think the most important thing about trading is learning how to lose money, because that inevitably is going to happen. The goal is obviously to make money. You want to make lots of money, and trading is not like a get rich quick type of thing. You hear a couple stories. Somebody took $2,000 and turned it into $1 million inside of a couple years. But that's a story, could be made up, most likely is. Who knows? I don't know. But majority speaking, trading, you have a pile of money, you put it in the markets, and then you trade, and you make a little bit at a time. A hedge fund manager that can make 30%, that's really good. 30 to 50% a year. For hedge fund managers would love that. If they can make 30 to 50% a year, they would love that. And that's usually what the norm is. Smaller funds, 10 to 20%. They try to get, hedge funds try to get a little bit more. And that's really what trading's all about. You want to get in, you want to make that consistent profits. And today's one of those days where you learn that. You see, we dropped 6.5 points to the markets, and really it's going to be all about tomorrow. Really, are we going to drop 6.5 points again tomorrow? Because if so, that's a real issue. There's something wrong then. But if we come back and do better, that's really the goal. You want to do better, and the goal is to end positively. And you're not going to end on a positive note every single day. So that if you want to get into trading, you need to know that, because you're not going to end positive every day. And some of your weeks are not going to be positive. Some of your months are probably not going to be positive. If you're just starting out in trading, most likely at some point all of those will be negative at some point. You will have a losing month. You will have a losing week. Hopefully you don't have a losing year. But if you're just starting out, it could possibly happen. Learning curves are different for everybody, and just really depends on the route that you take, and learning, and all of that. So with that said, hopefully you got a little bit out of what I was talking about. You can always leave comments below the video if you want, or you can email me directly as well, support@abusinesswithtrading.com. Or you can also visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/abusinesswithtrading. You can go on there and ask questions as well. So, with that, thanks for watching the video. Have an awesome night, and I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.